These are truly man-eaters. These are going to be the largest, most aggressive crocodile species in the world. Herpetology is the study of reptiles and amphibians. Getting them off you if they bite you is nearly impossible. And there's our black mamba. This snake will actually learn your patterns. We've seen snake bites cost $730,000 for treatment. On any given day, there's well over 1,200 animals on this property. Grandma is the oldest living false gharial in captivity in the world known today. A snake, pound for pound, is 8 times stronger than man. If you get bit and don't go to the hospital, you might as well play Russian roulette. It's the same thing. My name is Daniel Marchand. I am the executive curator of the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary in North Scottsdale. These are South American black caiman. Right now there are only 13 black caiman in the United States, and I possess 9 of them. All crocodilians, all alligators, all crocodiles, all caiman are all protected animals. They're all endangered in the world today, and they're all federally protected, so you cannot take these from the wild. These are from a zoo. They were produced in Denmark. They were imported here to the United States and to our facility so that we could put these offspring of these animals into zoos and other facilities throughout the United States in the future. On any given day, there's well over 1,200 animals on this property. So, I mean, it ranges from snakes, lizards, turtles, tortoises to the second largest collection of crocodiles in the United States. So as we come down, we have Grandma. Grandma is the oldest living false gharial in captivity in the world known today. She's approximately 87 to 89 years of age from records and information that we have. There's only about 38 of these in the United States on display currently right now, and we have 6. So I actually grew up on the property, purchased by my family in 1967. It was just desert all around. There were no homes, there were no streets paved and all that. And growing up as a young child in the desert, I learned to love primarily reptiles was the main focus. I loved them. I just thought they were fascinating animals. When there was any kind of projects to do in school, if there was reports to be done, I would do it on reptiles. If it was show and tell type of thing, I would go out in the desert the night before and I'd catch a snake or something and bring it to school and show the class. You know, that's what I loved, and it just grew from there, really. This is my big boy pen in here. We've got several big boys in here. This African tortoise just came to us the other day. Probably weighs about 225 pounds. So when you buy this in a pet store, you will never believe what you're going to end up with. This is typically what you see in a pet store. You see a turtle or a tortoise like this. It's the size of a 50-cent piece. And then one day what you end up with is grandpapa over here. So you can kind of see an amazing, astonishing amount of growth. I mean, it's almost ridiculous to believe that that little guy could be that one day. So the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary started out as just a rescue, really. We were helping game and fish with animals that were brought to the state illegal or animals that were found wandering in our state somewhere that were not native.